Delimitation in J&K. How? Why? For assembly elections to be held in the new union territory, delimitation of seats will be necessary, with the center having called for a meeting. A look at how delimitation is carried out and the status of the exercise in Jammu and Kashmir. The Union government's invitation to 14 key political leaders from Jammu and Kashmir for a meeting with the Prime Minister in the national capital this week has led to speculation about possible scheduling of the assembly elections. On Independence Day last year, Prime Minister Narendra Modi had said elections would be held in J&K after the delimitation process in the Union territory was over. Delimitation is crucial for kickstarting the political process in J&K. So, what is delimitation and why is it needed? Delimitation is the act of redrawing boundaries of an assembly or Lok Sabha seat to represent changes in population over time. This exercise is carried out by Delimitation Commission, whose orders have the force of law and cannot be questioned before any court. The objective is to redraw boundaries based on the data of the last census in a way so that the population of all seats as far as practicable be the same throughout the state. Aside from changing the limits of a constituency, the process may result in change in the number of seats in a state. How often has delimitation been carried out in J&K? Delimitation exercises in J&K in the past have been slightly different from those in the rest of the country because the region's special status, which was scrapped by the center in August 2019. Until then, delimitation of Lok Sabha seats in J&K was governed by the Constitution of India, but the delimitation of the state's assembly seats was governed by the Jammu and Kashmir Constitution and Jammu and Kashmir Representation of the People Act 1957. Assembly seats in J&K were delimited in 1963, 1973, 1995. The last exercise was conducted by the Justice Retired K. Gupta Commission when the state was under President's rule and was based on the 1981 census, which formed the basis for the state election in 1996. There was no census in the state in 1991 and no delimitation commission was set up by the state government after the 2001 census, as the J&K passed a law putting a freeze on the fresh delimitation of seats until 2026. This freeze was upheld by the Supreme Court. The J&K Assembly at the time had 87 seats, 46 in Kashmir, 37 in Jammu and 4 in Ladakh. 24 more seats are reserved for Pakistan-occupied Kashmir. The freeze, some political parties argue, has created inequity for Jammu region. So why is it in the news again? After the abrogation of J&K's special status in 2019, delimitation of Lok Sabha and Assembly seats in the newly created Union territory would be as per the provision of the Indian Constitution. On March 6, 2020, the government set up Delimitation Commission headed by retired Supreme Court Judge Ranjana Prakash Desai, which was tasked with winding up delimitation in J&K in a year. As per the Jammu and Kashmir Reorganization Bill, the number of assembly seats in J&K would increase from 107 to 111, which is expected to benefit the Jammu region. Apart from Desai, Election Commissioner Sushil Chandra and J&K State Election Commissioner K. Sharma are the ex-officio members of the delimitation panel. That apart, the panel has 5 associate members: National Conference MPs Farooq Abdullah, Mohammad Akbar Lone and Hussain Madusi, Union Minister of State in the Prime Minister Office Dr. Jitendra Singh and Jugal Kishore Sharma of the BJP. So what is the status of Delimitation Commission set up in 2020? Although the commission was tasked to finish delimitation in a year, on March 4 this year it was granted a year's extension. This was done on the request of the panel members since it couldn't make much progress due to COVID-19 induced shutdown across the country. Moreover, J&K Election Commissioner Sharma was appointed only on October 30 last year, following which he was busy with a district development council. Polls in J&K that concluded last December, so in effect the commission could start functioning properly with all members in place only this year. In February, it called a meeting of its 5 associate members, of who just 2 attended. Early this month, the Election Commission wrote to deputy commissioners of all 20 districts and J&K seeking fresh information on several aspects, including population density and topography in all the districts and assembly constituencies. All districts have shared information. This was done to study the geographical spread of the assembly seats to see whether a seat is within one district or spread over several districts, said a source. What has been the political response been so far? The commission's work got off on a rocky start when its meeting in February with 5 associate members who are meant to be elected representatives from the Union Territory was attended by just 2. And these 2 members were Dr. Jitendra Singh and Jugal Kishore Sharma of the BJP. National Conference MP Farooq Abdullah, Muhammad Akbar Lone and Hassan Masoodi refused to participate, stating that the Jammu and Kashmir decision read delimitation emanating from the act should be implemented. However, with the National Conference recently indicating that it is open for dialogue with the Union government on J&K, the members of the Delimitation Commission are hopefully the 3 associate members from the party may also attend the next meeting of the commission whenever it is scheduled. Thank you.